Next round is the connection round. So I got 10 questions. Question number 11 is, what is the connection? So there are the 10 answers to these 10 questions. They have a connection between them. So it's 1 point per answer, 2 points if you get the connection at the end. The other thing we also do is in the private chat, if you can work out the connection early, the connection, question number 11, you can send that to me after each question, once, only once, get one go, and I'll give you bonus points for doing that. So if you get the connection, the first person to get the connection right, if you get it within the first 3 questions, I'll give you 3 bonus points. From 4 to 6, I'll give you 2 bonus points. And from 7 to 10, I'll give you 1 bonus point. So the first person to tell me what the connection is in the chat box, privately, it is minus 10 points for not doing it privately. Minus 10 points. So the connection round. Question number 1. Which German statesman masterminded the unification of Germany in 1871 and served as its first chancellor until 1890? Number 1, which German statesman masterminded the unification of Germany in 1871 and served as its first chancellor until 1890? Got any more guesses on the connection? I'm cutting it off now then for the connection guesses. So that was apart from 2 people on question 1, which is quite disappointing when you do this. You spend a lot of time on this. Well done. Very well done. What a nightmare. God, we smell weird. I'm going home. I'm going home. So no more guesses now. That's done now. So we've got our first person's got it right. That's 3 points to both of your teams. Question number 2. Which breed of domesticated cat holds the world record for longest tail on a domestic cat? And the longest domestic cat. So which breed of domesticated cat holds the world record for longest tail on a domestic cat and also for longest domestic cat? Which cat breed? Who's oh yeah, well done. Well done. Question number 3. Which American rock band formed in 1990 in Seattle were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017 in their first year of eligibility? Their albums Versus and Lightning Bolt both went to number 2 in the UK album chart. Which American rock band formed in 1990 in Seattle were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017 in their first year of eligibility? Their albums Versus and Lightning Bolt both went to number 2 in the UK chart, album chart. Question number 4. Snoopy the cartoon dog is what breed of dog? Snoopy the cartoon dog is what breed of dog? Known as the world's most famous dog of this breed. Question number 5. Which Leonard Skinner, I missed a word there, no letter. Which Leonard Skinner song was heavily covered in 2008 by Kid Rock in his song All Summer Long? Which Leonard Skinner song was heavily covered in 2008 by Kid Rock in his song All Summer Long? Question number 6. Which former Zimbabwean international cricketer coached the English cricket team to number one in the World Test rankings for the first time in their history? Which former Zimbabwean international cricketer coached the England cricket team to number one in the World Test rankings for the first time in their history?
Sorry, what did you say?
Repeat it, okay. What did I say? No. Which former Zimbabwean... There, can't do it myself now. Which former Zimbabwean international cricketer coached the English cricket team to number one in the world Test rankings for the first time in their history? Number 7. What is regarded as the largest beer festival in the world? What is regarded as the largest beer festival in the world? Number 8. Which chocolate bar produced by Mars has a coconut filling enrobed with milk chocolate? Which chocolate bar produced by Mars has a coconut filling enrobed with milk chocolate? Question number 9. Which US state do the Phoenix Suns play basketball in? Not taking any more guesses on the connection. I can't tell if you're right or wrong, because that would be unfair. Number 9. Which US state do the Phoenix Suns play basketball in? And question number 10. In World War II, Victor de Lavallee, the former Belgian Minister of Justice, started a campaign to use a V sign with his fingers that caught on across Europe. But what did the V stand for? In World War II, the former Belgian Minister of Justice started a campaign to use a V sign with his fingers that caught on across Europe. But what did the V sign stand for? What did the V stand for? That way around, not the other way around. And then question number 11, what is the connection? So does anyone need any repeats for that? Sorry for rushing through that a bit, but I suppose I probably shouldn't put 16 questions in one round. That'll do it. That'll do it. Number 3. Number 3, which American rock band formed in 1990 in Seattle were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017 in their first year of eligibility? Their albums Versus and Lightning Bolt both went to number 2 in the UK album chart.
Could we hear 6 again, please?
You may. Number 6. Which former Zimbabwean international cricketer coached the England cricket team to number 1 in the World Test rankings for the first time in their history?
Thank you.
No worries. We're gonna run about 5 minutes later, I think. I do apologise. Cool. Right. Do you want another? I'll give you a minute for the connection, because people do seem to still be looking, do they? People looking blankly at a piece of paper. Oh, I should have said who got it wrong in the connection, shouldn't I? Because there's might be two of you think you got it right. You might have now worked out you didn't get it right. Yeah, that's on me, that is. I will not sell the answer to the connection round for points in my own quiz. Okay. Right, we'll go through the answers then and the connection. Apologies to the teams that got it wrong on the first guess. I should have said which ones you were because you might have thought you got it right. But I reckon you'd have worked out later on that you definitely got it wrong. But I don't know. So the connection was famous ships, both fictional and non-fictional. And incredibly well done to Quizzly Bears and the Mystery Beeps for getting that on the first question, which I did. I tried my hardest not to give it away on the first question. So well done. I guessed that, Jay. Don't worry, I guessed that. So yeah, well done. If you add boats, ships, famous ships, that's 2 points for the connection. But the Quizzly Bears and Mystery Beeps get an extra 3 points on top of their 2 for getting it in the first question. So let's run through the answers then. So number 1, which German statesman masterminded the unification of Germany in 1871? That's Otto von Bismarck. Otto von Bismarck for number 1. So the Bismarck was a massive navy ship built by the Germans during the Second World War. Put the Germans in the quiz again, haven't I? Oh, I don't know why. Number 2, the breed of domesticated cat that holds the world record for longest tail and longest domestic cat. That's the Maine Coon. The Maine Coons. That's the USS Maine, which sank in Havana Harbor in February 1898, contributing to the outbreak of the Spanish-American War. Number 3, which American rock band formed in 1990 in Seattle, were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017. That's Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam. And that's the Black Pearl from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Number 4, Snoopy, the cartoon dog, is what breed of dog? He's a beagle. Hopefully my dad got that one. So that's the HMS Beagle. That's the boat that Charles Darwin sailed around the world on. That's Beagle for number 4. Number 5, which Leonard Skinner song was heavily covered in 2008 by Kid Rock in his song All Summer Long? That's Sweet Home Alabama. I can't pronounce the first word. It's the big shipping freight, the Maersk, M-E-A-R-S-K, but the Maersk Alabama, that's the shipping container that Captain Phillips was on when them pirates come and took over. Number 6, which former Zimbabwean international cricketer coached the England cricket team to number 1 in the world? That was Andy Flower. Andy Flower. So the link there is Mayflower. That's the ship that took the first pilgrims to the New World in 1620. Number 7, what is regarded as the largest beer festival in the world? That's Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest, and that is Red October from the film and the book, The Hunt for Red October. Number 8, which chocolate bar produced by Mars has a coconut filling enrobed with milk chocolate? That's a Bounty. A Bounty. So that's HMS Bounty. That's famous for the mutiny on the Bounty where they sent Captain Bligh a packing. What did I say? It's not called the Munich Festival, it's called Oktoberfest, isn't it? It's in Munich, but...
It's definitely called Oktoberfest.
Thank you. Final answer, Oktoberfest. Number 9, which US state did the Phoenix Suns play basketball in? That's Arizona. So that's the USS Arizona, which was sunk in the Battle of Pearl Harbor. So Arizona for number 9. And number 10, in World War II, the V sign, what did that mean? That was V for victory. So victory for number 10. And then that is the boat called Victory, which is best known for her role as Lord Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar. And what's the connection? Famous ships, fictional ships, boats, ships. So if you've ever done a pub quiz with me, I will guess this for the connection every single week because I don't ever know what the connection is. So if you add all your scores up now, it's the fun bit.